show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Well, hello, everyone. It is Kim Jacobs Show, and we are so excited to have you all with us on this evening. I want to go ahead and introduce some wonderful cast members that are here with us today. I'm going to just remove a couple of things until I see y'all give me a thumbs up backstage. Everybody's running in from work. These are some hard-working individuals out here making a living in addition to being a cast member for this wonderful production that we're going to be talking about today. But you all are in for a great treat. So what I want y'all to do is make sure that you share the broadcast, invite your friends and family, coworkers to tune in, because you want to know, have you ever felt like God didn't hear your prayer, or maybe he didn't answer your prayer quick enough? Well, today you're going to hear some answers as to how to have God answer me. We are going to be talking with this. Are you over there frozen? Are you good, Diverse? Okay, yeah. We over there talking with Clinton Diverse Maul and some of the cast members. What'd you say? So we're going to be talking.
I am good. I'm doing good.
We're glad to have you. Very glad to have you here. And I see, I call him Bishop because of what his role is in another play. But anyway, Marcus Scott, I'm going to pull you in as well. How are you, Marcus?
Yes, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So glad to have you here with us today as well. And again, all of you all I know work different jobs in your real lives outside of being in your acting roles. So I know different ones of you are coming on throughout the day. So as you all are in the virtual studio audience, we're really glad to have you here with us as well this evening. And we are talking with Clinton Diverse Maul, producer and director of God Answer Me stage play, and the entire cast. And I see Myneesha done popped in backstage. How are you, Myneesha?
Good evening.
How was your day today?
Good. I'm pretty good. Today was a hectic day, but I'm here. I'm excited. Thank you for having us.
So glad to have you. So glad to have you. And everyone, we're talking with some of the cast members of God Answer Me. And I do want to go ahead and just introduce you first, Clinton Diverse Maul. He is an award-winning director, actor, playwright, and he began his directing debut in 2018, everyone, with his debut production, Finding Me, in St. Louis, Missouri. And since then, he has produced over 10 shows, including audience favorites like What a Vacation, Different Shoes, and Mama, I Made It. In 2025, he was honored with the Best Director Award at the ACE Awards, and a background that he has in acting since 2012, and that is Mr. Diverse. Glad to have you here today.
Yeah.
And I see LaTara and I see Mark backstage. How are you all?
Hi.
Hello.
Doing great.
So glad to have you all here today. I would love for us to just get started by giving everyone a chance to just hear who each of you all are as well. I just introduced Diverse, but Myneesha, if you can, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and who you are outside of just the play, because we're going to talk about the actual stage play, but tell us who you are.
Sure. So I'm Myneesha King. Is there like some feedback? Are you hearing it? I'm sorry. No, it's good.
I think I hear a little bit of it, but what I'll do is I'll let you go backstage because I know you just had popped in, and then come back in and see if it'll adjust. And sometimes every once in a while you have to get some headphones, but I'll move you backstage and try it. Let's see.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's go with you, Marcus Scott. Tell us who you are.
Oh, my name is Marcus Scott. Originally from Hartsville, South Carolina, born and raised. Been in Charlotte for over 20 years. Really love it here. I've had uh, my career spans from 2011. I started in mostly in film and really picked up in theater recently. Uh, Film, I've done everything from short films to music videos to background and stand-in or major projects. Um, and I've actually, cool note, I've done some background on a project that actually won 2 Oscars. So that was pretty cool, a pretty cool experience, and I'm loving this where we're going now with this production. We've grown together as a family, and like most casts do, but this is a little bit different. We do things a little different under Diverse. Under his direction, he likes to kind of take a step back from time to time and allow us to bond, with our faith, show a little vulnerability, and be able to connect as a family. So I'm really really loving that. I'm loving that direction, and I'm just excited to see where this goes.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard y'all have had some Holy Ghost parties over there in
Yes,
rehearsals. So I know
absolutely.
about some of those moments. And I'm gonna pull you back in, Myneesha, and tell me how that's working for you too. How are you back there?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for.
Okay. Yes. Can you hear it? You can hear it good.
Yes, ma'am. I
All
think it
right.
was.
Tell us who you are.
So I'm Myneesha King once more. I am, of course, an actress, also a writer. I have children's books that I've written too, to be exact. I enjoy singing. I'm a mother of 3 amazing sons. So I started acting probably professionally from the age of 15. And then I studied acting and directing at North Carolina A&T State University. Beyond the stage, I work in human resources. And I love, love, love people. So it's been great being a part of this team. Just as Marcus said, we have grown together as a family, and it's wonderful just to have like a good group of people that support the arts, but also just that are strong in faith. So it's been a privilege. There's a lot of other hats that I wear. I've done a lot of uh, event planning, empowerment events. I love ministering to women. So on the side, I have entrepreneurial projects that I do, transportation company, along with done life insurance. So a lot of things going on, but where I find my best fulfillment, other than God, is definitely on the stage.
That's good. Okay, you guys. LaTara Lynn over there. Let me unmute you because I want to make sure we have no feedback, but I'm gonna hear who you are as well, please.
Yes, hello, hello, hello. My name is LaTara Lynn. I am from Detroit, Michigan. I have been in Charlotte for about 4 years now this year. Me and my husband and I have 3 girls. I have been away from the stage for a while, just raising babies, and my father passed in 2021. So I started singing in church when I was 10. I was a part of Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. I went to a performing arts high school. So performing arts and theater was everything and is everything to me. But life just started life. And so I was away for a while. And I'm coming back. And it feels good to be back. And it's like learning how to ride a bike, right? Like once you get on it, it's just been going ever since. And I'm very thankful and grateful to God for the opportunity to be back. And I started coming back by being the stage manager of The Gift. And then that's how I met all of these wonderful people that are here.
Yes. I knew I saw y'all before because I see y'all on The Gift.
Yeah. So yeah, that was how God does things the way that He does, and connected all of us together, and we've been all kind of joined at the hip ever since. So with doing that, and Diverse talked about this wonderful production, and he wanted me to be a part of it. And when I heard the script and looked at it and listened a little bit more, I'm very thankful to be a part of that. Outside of now getting back into acting and singing, I also am a part of a band here in Charlotte called Curve. It's an all-girl front band.
Curve?
And we perform. Yes, it's called Curve. So it's KRVE. And we do some great singing and everything. I'm also on the praise team at Church New Zion Church here in Charlotte. And then outside of that, I'm a mom. I have 3 girls, me and my husband. I also work for Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. I've been doing healthcare work for a little over 10 years now. Started off in Medicaid in Detroit. Yeah. And I'm also a certified doula in the Charlotte community. So my passion is maternal health. I always say I got all the babies and then I help people with their babies, right?
Right.
So I'm very passionate about Black maternal health and breastfeeding, breastfeeding awareness for, African-American women. I'm also moving towards midwifery as well and getting my nursing degree. So it's a lot going on. But I'm happy to be back on the stage because it has become therapeutic for me in a sense of connection for me and my father. Losing him, he was a DJ in Detroit. It's just a way for me to express myself, to just be and to sing and to act. So I'm happy to be back.
Well, that is just a robust description, and I love it. I actually breastfed all of my children, and I think they're like almost superhuman. I don't know what goes on. I do believe that does make a difference, you know.
It does.
And even with my daughter, when she had a lot of lactose and different intolerance, I was like, man, you know, she's not getting the full benefit of that full experience. So I'd love to talk to you more about that too one day on another episode, even more, you know.
Absolutely.
But let me also put this young lady up. Tell us who she is, Clinton. Diverse. Oh, are you muted? Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Her name is Jasmine Mills. She plays the caregiver. She's a very sweet young lady. She just wanted them just sweet that's in the background, don't do too much, but she shows her presence in the way that she should. That's the best way I can describe her. But she plays the caregiver, and she just take care of Ma and the household in the midst of why everything else is going on in the story. She plays a very good part. But man, when everybody seen her on August 30th, they was like, that girl was singing. She sung that leak in his own building. So
every person that was singing very well. It's a great sound production. All right, who is this?
Her name is Passion, but she plays on this time she plays the police officer and the ghetto caregiver. So she's got 2 roles that she's playing, but she's very energetic as well. She's gonna give you good laughter with the ghetto caregiver, and she's gonna give you some good acting when it comes to police officer, breaking some bad news to the family, and then also bringing some good news to the family as well. So we made sure we gave those. I guess the police officer a chance to bring good news, because I think every time people hear a police officer or anything, they always just think of bad. So in the story, we did give the opportunity for the police officer to give some bad news and then bring some good news home as well.
Well, that's good. And I'm going to definitely at least put your picture up here. It's a beautiful picture. And I saw yours. You're like, don't be misrepresenting us, right? Here you go. And Marcus as well. And Diverse, you look just like you look right there. So I didn't put your picture, but you the king of it all. That's for sure.
I'm good.
As you being the visionary behind this, what inspired you to actually create this particular production, God Answer Me? I think that it was just such a well thought out production.
To be honest with you, I was at a point in my life where I needed God to answer me. Didn't know that I was writing what I was writing when I was writing. I hope that makes sense. But I tell you what, I kept hearing God answer me in my dreams. I kept hearing God answer me every time I woke up. It's just on me. So I'm like, this is one of the moments where it's not gonna go away till I write it down. So I started to write it down and still really didn't know what it was. I mean, I was in the gift in the midst of it, and I was telling Myneesha, I was like, I'm writing a play right now, but I don't know what it's gonna be like. But as I kept writing, I started to see myself in all the characters. Wow. And I was like, wow. And then when I finally wrote it and read it back to myself, I was like, wow, I just wrote my story.
Just wrote the story. And then
Just wrote my
how does it
story.
go from becoming just an idea in your mind based on you just pretty much talking to the Lord yourself and he's answering all of this to making it we all have thoughts and prayers and visions and ideas, but for it to become a full-fledged production is a whole different level. So that puts you at a whole different level of what people normally do
Yeah.
with a dream or goal.
Oh yeah. To be honest with you, you're supposed to kind of workshop it, do a reading first. But when I tell you the force of God was really on me, telling me to put it on stage, not to take the time off to put it on stage, and I've overwritten it on purpose. So everybody was singing August 30th. When they come back November 15th, it's going to be a lot of difference as far as like some scenes may be a little shortened, but it really became because of my cast. I called on these people and I said, look, I got an idea, I got something here. If you guys just read it, I think you would love it, and I would love for you.
I think I think it's like breaking up some. So what I'll do is I will let LaTara speak for a few minutes here. So LaTara, you say that your
help me out on this
character, you're
vision,
playing
because
a
I feel like
specific
God has
character
put an
in.
opportunity.
You can't tell them. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, this is like play rehearsal right here. Like we in our own acting mode over here, yeah. We were joking Diverse backstage about something. We won't put it on blast what it is, but y'all might figure it out throughout this episode, and you might drop it in the comment section as a part of. Let me leave you alone, Diverse. Listen, LaTara, if you could just tell us about your character in the.
It's me. Got a hole in my shirt.
Yes. So I play Nikki. She is look, he's still going. So I play Nikki. She is the funny, rambunctious person in the family. I would guess she's the baby, right? The baby girl. She has two brothers. And she brings that funniness to the seriousness that's going on. Like there's always a joke, there's always something extra. She's loud, very, opinionated. She's going to speak her mind. But then I think people get lost in her character being so funny that they don't realize that she experiences life and she needs God to answer her as well. So she's been using her humor and all these things and having a date and looking nice and all of that stuff to kind of cover up the fact that she needs a word from God as well, because she has been dealing with the loss of her father. Her mother's sick. We won't tell all of it, but there's just some things.
I was like, ooh,
yeah, there's just some things that she's experiencing that at the end of the story, people are like, okay, so she is a serious kind of like character, but she has been using this front. And I think sometimes we do that, right? Life sometimes is life, but we just try to make sure that we have some type of laughter in it. And sometimes the laughter can make us think that we aren't going through things and need God to answer us, but we ultimately do. So I think she brings that, like, even though there's a lot going on, there's still some room to laugh and to be happy, but not to disguise that, to not work to get that answer from God. So
wow,
it's fun. I get to be the complete opposite of myself, because I am like the point person in my family, and Nikki is not that person. She is not.
That was going to be one of my questions. So I'm glad. So that was going to add. Well, I might as well ask you now because you kind of already said it. But like, what is your personal connection to Nikki in this play? Because
so one thing I will say, and I've said to Diverse and the cast, is like a lot of these things that I think with this play, I can speak for myself, and I'm sure my castmates can. There's a lot of things that's happening that we have experienced, like that we've went through. Like I lost my dad. Like, my dad was at the house, and like that. This stuff happened to me. So it's funny being in the character of Nikki because she doesn't take anything serious. But for me as LaTara, I am the very precise person, like this got to be this way, no, we need to handle this. So it's a completely different character, and I get to be loud and just a different person. And I think that's the best thing about acting. You get to turn it on and turn it off, right? But I guess my castmate, I kind of do a good job with her, because you would think that it's a part of me, but
I promise I didn't even know you were Nikki when you came. I was like, who is LaTara? I never seen her. Now I realize you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And I saw the production in Charlotte. So for me to see now that you are Nikki, I'm like, you really act your tail. You act at a whole different level in that production. Because I was wondering why. Well, I said, well, maybe she's the stage manager person that's working behind the scenes. I didn't know who you were. And I mean, I just spent time with you backstage and did not know who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
For everybody that's tuning in, you have to see this production, because what she's talking about, she puts on a whole different persona and an alter ego type of thing that comes out and brings it totally to life. Okay. Marcus, I would love for you to just tell us what's like your biggest challenge and your biggest joy of playing the role that you play in God Answer Me.
The biggest challenge is just probably digging deep enough to be able to be versatile enough for all of the situations that Pastor Terry goes through. The man is hit with a lot during this production, and it's a roller coaster. Finding a way to be able to be still, as a pastor would in his faith, when all of these things happen, because a pastor's supposed to be grounded. And and a lot of times you want to react the way that you would want to react, when things happen. So that's a challenge in and of itself. My greatest joy is hearing how people receive the production and how it's touched lives already. The August 30th, talking to people after the show was just amazing. It was amazing their points of view, how it touched them, how it resonated with them, with their personal lives, the things that they were going through. That's my greatest joy in anything that I do, especially with the arts, because the art is meant to move you without touching you. If you get that, if you feel what I'm saying. So if we're able to do that and touch lives, just one life, and then we've done our job. And I feel like we're on a good track to do that. And I'm just excited for what we have in the future with this production.
Wow. Yeah. And even the answers that y'all are giving are so wonderful. So already you know that you're in for a tremendous treat, because they're not even singing. And I do want one of y'all to get your mind right. I don't care who gets feels like they put on the spot. Somebody felt out some kind of tune, because y'all can all sing. Y'all can sing to the glory of God. So somebody got to sing a little something. I don't give us a teaser, a trailer or something on this show. Okay. Myneesha, I want to get a chance to hear from you. How do you prepare mentally and even spiritually for your performance in your role? Because you're carrying a lot of weight. I personally saw the production already, so I know that a lot is on your shoulders in your role as the wife. And you talk about your role. Go ahead.
No, it's interesting that you asked that question about preparing mentally and spiritually, because I don't know that I've ever expressed that during rehearsal. A lot of times it was just so heavy, just to connect with everything that was going on and the weight that Melissa carries, but also having a weight that Myneesha was carrying. And so being able to come in and still breathe life into the character, it was just an amazing transformation that I think would take place. And sometimes I would just lock in, even at rehearsal, and just try to block out, of course, my own experiences, but just bring an energy and a fullness to be able to portray the character Melissa, because I wasn't always feeling in that space to do that, which is what we do as actors, and
Right.
in general, you know, of course, it's not us. We're playing a role. So we have to, just as Marcus said, dig deep and find those moments that can make her real.
Right.
Was definitely a connection with the weight that the both of us were carrying. And so sometimes, especially, there were certain scenes that it was just very, very heavy for
Real
me.
heavy.
So I would literally be like praying, you know, as I'm doing these things and just trying to, like, you know, keep my mind right. And
Mhm.
and there was a lot of opportunities that even Diverse allowed for us to just maybe even not rehearse, but just pray or just worship and things like that. So there was a lot of things happening that that kept us all together, you know, as we and helped me as I had to deliver, you know, that role and everything that she was dealing with. But I also had my moments because in my the way that I processed it was Melissa had a different relationship with every character. There was not one
Everyone, yes.
that she treated the same or even looked at the same. So when Nikki was able to bring out that fun side of me, the wild side of me, and I enjoyed that. When, as opposed, you know, as when I was working with my children, you know, now I can be the soft side and I can, you know, relate to them and hug them and play with them in a sense, but also care for them. Mom brought out that side of me that it was just like I was so irritated and annoyed with her. So we didn't really have that bond, but it was me longing to be accepted by her. So there was a dynamic there that even though she was
Wow.
bothering me, I still wanted to be received by her. So there was, you know, it was complex there. So, and I love the fact that I got to be annoyed by Reggie. Like I didn't have a lot of interaction with him, but when I did, it was just so irritating. So, but in a way that it was like sort of playful. So there was a lot of things going on with Melissa and how she interacted with everybody. And so I hope that I portrayed that. But
Yes.
yeah, it was heavy, but good for me.
It was. And you know, as you're speaking, I'm thinking about the fact that you said you are an HR, you're an HR role type of thing. So human resources is very different being in human resources because you're having to make sure you be the liaison between the people and the job and making sure everybody toes the line properly and don't do anything wrong. How do you feel that that compares to the role that you had to end up playing as Melissa in the production?
I think there was a connection. My role was to keep the house in order as much as I possibly can, even though I didn't like that this woman was coming from the outside and really, you know, really bringing the calm and the peace, and also just changing the dynamic of how we were all operating.
Mhm.
So when you ask, I guess, what was the connection or how did I do that? I was able to pull some of that into it and just try to keep order. I was able to lose it, which was also good. I love the fact that Diverse wrote that in there where Melissa could just snap because I needed that time. I needed that
Yeah.
space to do that. So it was okay to keep that order, follow those rules, everybody keep this together. But yeah, it was good to have a release as well.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, yeah. For everybody that's just tuning in, we're talking with some of the cast members of the production, God Answer Me. It's going to be taking place on November 15th at McGirt Auditorium in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So if you don't have your ticket already, make sure that you go ahead and make your way. The tickets are very reasonably priced, only $15 for children and $25 for adults. And I can tell you that this production should be costing every bit of $100 or more. I've gone to Phantom of the Opera and all kind of productions, and this production is a emotional roller coaster to say the least. So diverse. I want to make sure that I hear from you. With you getting ready to take this production on the road, it started in Charlotte. Now you're heading to South Carolina, and I can see some of your advertisements for other places around the country that you're going to be going to. What's been the response so far as people receiving you in different cities or states even too?
The response that I'm getting is that, yeah, the response I'm getting is we need this. This is a time right now that everybody is saying that either they're lost or they're confused or something heavy is going on in their lives. And I'm hearing this from believers. I'm hearing this from non-believers. We're all in the same state. We all experiencing the same thing right now. Doesn't matter how strong your faith is, you're being challenged right now to either continue your faith or walk another way. So as much as we don't want to admit it, everybody today, right now, needs God to answer them in a way. So I'm just being obedient because I feel like God has gave me this production to build the bridge to bring non-believers and believers in the same room where we can fellowship together, where I can scratch your back, you scratch mine. Because one thing that we have to learn in the Bible, that God didn't use his most sanctified people to make a movement and to move things. So when we bring believers and non-believers in a room, you can create some magic and allow people to understand that we are all one. My faith don't make me better than you, and my non-faith don't make me worse than you. That we are all seeking an answer from God, and maybe my answer, if I'm as a non-believer, are you real? For a believer is, God, where are you? Where can you show up in my life right now? I need you now. I need you in this particular moment. No matter what your question is for God right now, you need him to answer you. So I'm just being obedient. I've been researching. There's a lot of cities that's been going through a lot of trauma as far as school shootings. A lot of people who has been going through trauma because of their deaths. A lot of deaths in St. Louis. It's just for us homicides and stuff like that. Is the reason why I'm bringing it to St. Louis. It's because I feel right now God answered me shows every part of a Christian or a non-believer. You get to see the walk of life of over 6 people just living life but being challenged in the midst of it. But then at the end, they come together as one. So it shows people that, hey, we in this thing together, and if it is close to God's return, there's nothing else we can do but serve him.
That's so beautifully stated, Diverse, because everything that you're saying, I think, is just so relatable to everything that's going on in the fabric of our nation. And so any of you all that would like to just unmute yourself and say something pertaining to what he just talked about, that would be lovely to hear your take on how this is really impacting or kind of paralleling some of the things that's happening in society today. Anybody have any additional thoughts before I move on with that? Because I don't want to move on and be like, dog, I had a thought and I didn't get to share it. Anybody?
Well, I'll go. And not to get too deep, but it over the last month, I'll say, I feel like there's more of a call for us to come together, and we feel as divided as ever, And I think that this production is going to help with seeing that everybody's human. Like this as far as Pastor Terry, this isn't and Kim, this isn't about what he does at church. This makes him human. When he comes home is what he's dealing with. It's like a family man trying to hold the family together. And just because he's a pastor doesn't mean that his family is holier than thou. Like they're human and they're regular people too. And they show, their regular emotions. And I think that people will resonate with that. But the main thing is that we need to be one. We need to come together because divided we can be conquered, and it seems that that's what's taking place. But if we come together as one, I mean, there's nothing that we can't accomplish together. And that means like Diverse said, believers and non-believers alike. Find the common denominator and build from there.
That's right. The common denominator and build from there. Myneesha, were you going to say anything before I moved on? Because
the only thing I kept thinking as both of them were speaking is unity. Just in this time, we just need so much unity.
Absolutely.
And that's from, getting away from cultural, racial, all of that, like just unifying as human beings. We need that.
We need it more now than ever because
you said it just like that, because I told somebody that
so nervous about being able to show each other any level of compassion It's like that's something that's taboo now, is to just be nice to some. I was walking into a store earlier today, and when I was walking, I'm gonna mute for 1 second. When I was walking in, the person was almost there at the same time. And she's a white lady, I'm a black lady. So she was getting ready to go. And it was not anything to do with race, but it's just inside of us almost to just like see who's gonna get there first and then how we gonna treat the other person. So I rushed to the door, but I think she thought I was rushing to try to beat her out. I actually was rushing to just open the door for her to go in. And she was just like, I mean, it was like a major pause. And so much so that she was like, well, you go because you were here. So then it was like this back and forth of trying to show each other kindness. And I was like, and nobody captures that on any viral video now, can you? I'm looking around like, did anybody see this black and white people having a great exchange for once and it be captured and something that could go viral? Anyway, I just had that thought that it's just like, this is crazy.
Well, I say this. I say this. Where you see in the Bible where God said, I'm walking with my 12 disciples and 6 of them is black and 3 of them is white and 2 of them is Mexican. You never hear that. You just hear him describing the people. You know, he never even they was named the title of where they was from, the Gentiles, the Israelites and all that. But he never said what color, what race, you know, and stuff like that. So people just got to realize that. But Marcus will contest to that, and Myneesha spoke on it earlier. We just got to be at a point where we got to get out of our way and let God be God. It's a couple of times where I wanted to move on rehearsal, and Myneesha walked up to him and say, Diverse, can I be obedient? And she just wanted to sing God Answer Me. And before we knew it, we was praying, and we didn't do rehearsal that night. You know what I mean? We sat in that circle and we gave each other what we all needed, was bringing the presence of God to us at that moment. We needed God to answer us in that moment. We couldn't rehearse. We couldn't move forward because we had so much on us. So thank you for Myneesha being obedient. There was another time where I'm watching Marcus throughout the play, and I'm noticing him. He's going blank. I'm noticing him that he's struggling with something. You know what I'm saying? But he's pushing through. So I don't want to stop nobody from pushing through. But what I'm going to do is I'm still going to be obedient, and I'm going to let God be God. So at the end, I started praying, and I made sure I stood next to Marcus. And when I was holding him, I started to feel what he was feeling. And I just kept praying and praying and praying and praying and said, God be the glory that you're using me for this vessel. I felt the pain. I felt the heaviness of him. And I said, my God, if I don't pray, if I just let this man walk out with this heaviness on him, I'm not doing my job as a director. I'm not. So we prayed, and man, me and him hugged, and we cried, and man, I felt the relief. I didn't feel the heaviness no more. So man, this is just a moment where people got to understand, we got to let God be God.
Let God be God. And I want to unmute you, LaTara, so you can say something too. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I was just going to say, just from hearing everybody talk and Diverse keeps saying like being obedient. And I'm thankful for him being obedient and pushing out God Answer Me, because God he ordained this to be. And as everyone's talking about rehearsals, when I just say it comes so effortlessly for us to show that we are connected. Like there's no extra push that we have to do to show that connection. It's already there. So if we're coming in rehearsal when, like Diverse said, he feels, like someone has something going on, or you can feel that. Myneesha saying she's led by the Spirit. Like you can feel those things, and we feed off of each other so we can help each other if something's going on when we're on stage, when we're off stage. It kind of was already a family that started, and we didn't know that it would evolve to what it is. So I'm just really thankful for God's anointing over Diverse to pull this together. And I don't think he really had to do much to pull the right people in, because the right people are here, and we don't have to fight to be to make this production bigger than what it is. Like it's already, like it's there. Like there's no disguising it, there's no faking it. God already has his hands over us and over this production. So it's going to go far. So I'm just very, very thankful. And I hope that people that are watching hear that, because we truly are a family.
You can
We
tell.
truly are moving in the way that God is telling us to, and it just comes so effortlessly that we are connected the way that we are. And I really appreciate that. You know, coming back into the arts, you know, I've been away, and to have my sister and brothers and just like, you know, embrace me and all of the things, it's an amazing feeling. It is really, really good.
That is so inspiring. And one of the things you were talking about earlier, with all this going across the land and everything, I found the scripture Acts 17 and 26 for any of you all that want to. I can actually cut and paste it and put it right in the comments for you guys. I'm over here. I'm a master chameleon. Y'all have no clue. I am very gifted at what I'm doing over here. For sure. All right. So this was Acts 17 and 26. And I'm going to put this on the screen for you all. Here we go. So it says, and hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. We're all one blood. And that's just, I thought that scripture kind of sums it up, that there is no Jew, no Gentile, there's none of this, no black, no white, no Mexican, no Latino, we are one blood. And I really hope that you all will make note of this scripture and deep dive on it at a later time. But it kind of speaks to what you were saying. And then when you were also mentioning the common denominator, I think that in hearing you all talk about how you met, and I know y'all had talked about it prior to our special guest that's over there in the studio audience, but Vicki L. Evans is the common denominator. Oh, this picture's kind of blurred, but Vicki L. Evans is the common denominator for you all to be able to come together. All of you all met there. So just tell me a little bit, 2 seconds or so worth of how you met on the production of The Gift and what that was like for you all. Vicki L. Evans is the person that created The Gift as well. The visionary.
I can start. I'm ever so grateful to Miss Vicki for that opportunity. That was the first opportunity that I got to lead such a wonderful cast of actors and believers. We had a great time with it, and it's blossomed some great relationships as well. And you know, just it speaks to the openness, the open-mindedness of everyone that was involved, and in this theater community here in Charlotte. I mean, everybody's tied together one way or another, and you know, we might not all get along at all times, but there's never any real bad blood. You know, it's just, you know, maybe onesie twosies. Yeah, there's a picture of us on the news. Yeah. You know, but you know, outside of that, you know, we support one another. We go to each other's shows, you know, as much as we can. And we speak life into each other, and we try to support each other in any way that we can.
Absolutely. Awesome. Anybody else have any other comment before we move on?
Well, I'll say, I know they were all actors in her play. I was the stage manager. So one thing, as we're talking about, you know, things being ordained and anointed by God, I did a vision board with my family, and I put on the vision board that I wanted to get back to performing and singing, because I knew it would be something that would be therapeutic for me in this grieving season that I'm in. And it has just went ever since. So I'm thankful for that. But when I had reached out to you know, Miss Vicki, I was like, well, what do you have for me to do? I wasn't even trying to be on the stage. I just knew I needed to be there. And she was like, well, I don't have a stage manager. And from that, I was a stage manager, and now I'm connected to these wonderful people that you see on this screen. So I'm just thankful for that, because God is intentional, right? He does everything with purpose. So even though I was not in the play, The Gift, I was still had a part of that. And now I am a part of this family that you see here on the screen. So I'm just thankful that, you know, God was like, okay, yep, this is what you needed anyway. And I was just waiting on you to get back, and here I am. So I'm just grateful for that.
She said, hey, I wasn't seeking any compliments. She said, I'm proud of you all. I just wanted to say, hey. We had already been talking about you prior to you coming on, Vicki, just so you know. So before you ever even hit the screen, we were already talking about you. I see you over there trying to say something diverse. We're gonna definitely joke you later. Again, no matter how you slice it backstage, we gonna have some jokes backstage. Go ahead.
I want to say something about Miss Vicky. I say this, and she gonna laugh at this. I call her. Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Uh-huh.
I said, I gotta say something about Miss Vicky. It's gonna be funny. That I call her TT Vicky because she gives me that auntie that I need. I'm always a student in mind, and she just takes me. Hey, you need. Hey, what's going on with the head turned around? So she always keeping me on point. And you need people like that. You need people that comes with that tougher side of love. You know, I come from that background, and it helps you grow. You know what I mean? But one thing I can say by being in the gift, I learned a lot. I was able to meet a wonderful cast, but also she gave me the gift. She gave me a gift. She gave me a gift of some wonderful people that we have lifelong connections, man. They not going nowhere. So I appreciate the gift, and I appreciate always her her advice and her core of how she moves and speaks, and always keeping me on my toes.
I love it. I love it.
sure.
And that's exactly how God works, where you get a chance to end up forming some lifelong friendships and partnerships and people that you're going to be connected with for the rest of life, all because God ordained this interaction to happen through that process and being able to be a part of the production. Did anybody else want to say anything that I missed? Because I want to move to the next piece. Okay. All right. Okay. So I wanted to also just find out, how do people register to get tickets for your upcoming production that's happening, and where is it going to be, so people know Diverse, how they can be a part of it? And you know what? Maybe somebody else might be the person to say it in this regard, since but let's see. LaTara, you're a stage manager person. Go ahead and unmute, say something.
Diversity, can you say you okay? I'm hearing something in the background.
Yeah, that's because it's coming. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So there is a link, and hopefully you have the link where we can. He stopped talking. I want to make sure I don't say nothing wrong.
Diverse, are you saying something?
No, you was good. I was go ahead, LaTara. Just tell them, just look up God Answer Me on Facebook, and that the group has every information. But go ahead, LaTara. I'm getting
well, he pretty much
some feedback.
said that. Yeah,
where is it?
It's a Facebook group called God Answer Me. So if you want to look that up, and it has all of the information about the location in Rock Hill, and of course the date, November 15th, the pricing, and then the link where you can purchase tickets. Then also, I don't know if you're sharing our handles or anything like that. You can also reach out to us to get the link for the tickets as well. But you can definitely find everything that you need in that Facebook group. You just click the link and purchase the tickets. And again, the tickets are $15 for children and $25 for adults.
Okay, and the link, is this something that I can actually pull? I wonder if it's something I can pull up so that I can put it here for people. If you go to the Facebook page of God Answer Me, and I'm going to go there now and see if I can also pull it up and just provide the actual link, then you'll be able to God Answer Me. And it's a Facebook group.
Yes.
Okay. I want to go to the page myself so that I can go ahead and get the link, because you definitely don't want to miss this opportunity to see this production. It is a great production, and one that you'll benefit from taking your family, your friends, church. It's a nice church outing. We did it as a church group, and we had a wonderful time, fellowshipped, and ate afterwards. So let's see. So yeah. God Answer Me. Okay, I was trying my best to pull that up, but if anybody has a link, you can put it right in the private chat. That would be great. Then that way I can I'll pull it up for you all. All right. But in the meantime, you can go to God Answer Me as Facebook, and it has all of the information to purchase the tickets. And then if anybody puts it over in the private chat, I'll be able to put that actual link in the comments. Did anybody have any questions or or anything. I see several people that are on here on Instagram as well. If you all have any questions for the cast members, anybody wanted to also just bless us with your gift of singing, don't think I'm gonna let y'all get off without somebody singing something, because I do know that y'all can sing. So anybody want to sing something, a little something, something.
LaTara?
Listen, put it in reverse, Terry. I was definitely about to ask you to sing I Need a Word, just because it was on me, honestly. But that's up to you if you want to.
Oh no, who is this that you're talking about? Marcus?
Marcus,
you definitely go, no matter who else sing, you definitely sing it.
Oh,
So,
well, then you might as well go ahead.
so you can pass the buck all you want.
I was gonna say you might as well go ahead.
Okay, LaTara, do us the honors of singing something.
Yeah, Marcus has a song, I Need a Word, that is very powerful. It just, as soon as you said somebody sing, I thought about that. But I don't know if he want to sing that one or not. But you saying you want me to go?
Oh, it doesn't matter, whoever, just somebody starts singing. I do see the link though here, and thank you so much, whoever put that link there. This is where you would go to purchase your tickets. So if you know that you're going to go be purchasing your tickets, is right in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Go ahead and use this link to purchase your tickets. It's a square link, and it'll take you directly there to purchase your tickets today. And that way it will sell out. So you definitely do not want to have a situation where you're not able to get the seats, because now you're trying to wait till you get to the door. You don't want that to be the case. All right. Somebody start singing something.
So I found out what was going on, y'all. My background was frozen because of the effect.
Oh. See, that's why some things just got to be simple. And all that extra background stuff, you to come how God bless you from the belly.
Yeah.
From your mama's womb. Before the virtual background happened, right? All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. But
all right, I'm gonna jump in, not at the beginning. I'm just gonna jump into it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I need a word. Tell me which way to turn. I need a word. Tell me which way I should go. Oh, I need a word to tell me just what to do. Please send a word. God, I need to hear from you. Drown out the noise. Let me hear your voice. I need a word from you. Thank you.
I need a word, Lord. Yeah, I'm typing that. I'm over here being your secretary. I need a word, Lord. I need a word. How many of us need a word in these last and evil days? For real, I need a word, Lord. That is so wonderful. Oh, you make me cry. All right, this is great. Great. Y'all, you know what? Y'all are so supportive of each other. Thank you so much, Marcus, for singing that song. And then you can just tell what y'all are in store for when you go and get your ticket to this production of God Answer Me. It is not like anything you can actually envision. There are so many twists and turns throughout the whole production. It's very unpredictable, and it is fun, is sad, is uplifting, is depressing. It's every emotion wrapped all into it. How do you all support each other behind the scenes? That's what I wanted to know too, because y'all really are a close-knit group. How do you actually do that as you're balancing your lives with all of your other real hats? Then behind the scenes, you're still trying to be a casting family. Anybody?
Well, I'll start. Go ahead. My bad, LaTara. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You go. I'll go after you.
Well, I was just saying, man, I get on their nerves. I know. I get on their nerves behind the scenes, but I do it on purpose because it's out of love. I text them all the time. Me and Marcus, one night, we talked about 1:30 in the morning, just talking and really loving on each other. But man, these my family, man. They can't get rid of me. So if I don't speak to them within a day or two, they're gonna get a text from me.
So y'all, you all expect to hear from him. That's the point, right?
Absolutely.
So y'all don't, you know that it's just a matter of 24 hours. He's gonna be reaching out. He's gonna be reaching, but you know the love is in it because he sincerely cares about you and wants the best outcome for you. So that's good. Outside of just being on his cast,
right?
Beautiful, beautiful. LaTara, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, in full transparency, I think we accept each other for who we are and where we are in life. And we that it's just a genuine connection and genuine love there. Like, we check on each other, make sure everyone's, doing good. We support each other in other things that we have going on, whether it's, personal, or whether it's like a show or something, and we're also still see each other in other productions that we may do together. Like, me and Marcus were in a show together, or, the cast came to see me and my band perform. So I think it's just, there's just something, again, just ordained by God. There's just something there that keeps us kind of together, that we will need each other in some aspect of life, and nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's going to be able to get rid of anybody. Nope. But we all have just that common connection of wanting to serve with our gifts and talents that God has given us. And we realize that we support each other, and we're just there as a family should be. So
that's good.
It's just effortlessly. It's hard to explain, because it just comes. It's just there.
It's just a part of your existence.
Yeah.
Myneesha?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I could add anything, I think it's also the maturity level of everyone, because I talked to Diverse about this before, that I don't know that I've ever been in a production where everybody loved on each other the way that we do in this cast. I mean, I've been around some good people, and definitely I think that makes the difference. Is there are some genuinely good people in this cast, which of course we came from the gifts. So there were also a lot of good people in that cast, and we got along really well. But I don't think that I connected as deep in that cast with this cast. And I think what happened here was there was just the maturity level of everyone, and also where we wanted this. Like, we wanted this production. We believe that God put us there for a reason. We all knew we had purpose in it. And so there was something great about it wasn't just that we were doing this because we're actors or we love to perform or anything. It was like the mission, and that's what our chat is called right now. It was a mission behind it. And I think that makes a difference in any show. I'm not saying that there wasn't a mission in any other show, but I'm in this in particular, we knew that we were going strong with that. And we believed that even individually, not that necessarily we had to talk about it collectively, but everybody had something that we were like, why did God put me here? And I'm going to make sure that I fulfill the purpose that God put me in this production for. So that was a way, I think, that and where we were, like I said, spirit maturity levels in the spirit, as well as just as adults, there was no pettiness. I don't think I saw one argument or any type of somebody rubbing somebody the wrong way. It was always like love. Like, you come from your scene and somebody's dapping you up, somebody's high-fiving you, somebody's hugging you, somebody's telling you how great you were, even when you knew you probably sucked that moment. Somebody was still saying something good, and Diverse nurtured that during rehearsal. He started from the beginning being positive and being loving and making sure we understood, look, we could laugh, we could play, we could waste time. Not that you want to waste time, but there was some times we wasted some time for bonding purposes. And so I think that made a difference to bring us all, just as LaTara said, to that authenticity. We were able to be ourselves, and that just, we built upon that, if that makes sense.
I love that. And that's probably a training that can be done for other productions around the country. If the closeness that's a part of your cast, it seems like it's so sincere. Marcus, were you going to say something too?
I was just going to piggyback on what Myneesha said. And I mentioned it earlier. There's something about being vulnerable, because a lot of people build up walls, and that's how they protect themselves, as a defense mechanism. But when you are vulnerable, when you're comfortable, even if you're not that comfortable, but when the environment makes it comfortable enough for you to be vulnerable, there's growth in that. And there's so much growth that I saw within the cast from the day we started till production day, and even now in their personal lives, but also in the characters, being able to grow out, build the character up. And it started with Diverse. He set that tone in the beginning on how there wasn't really We had boundaries, we had rules, of course, but he allowed us to be ourselves. And and also he poured into us. He loves to tell us, stay focused on God. Regardless of what's going on, he always reiterates that, stay focused on God, stay focused on God. And that and pushing, knowing that he's in touch with each one of us and everything that we're going through personally.
Right.
And being able to support us, I think it opened the door for something that was just magical. And God had his hand on it the whole time.
God definitely has his hand over this production, over this visionary. And I believe that he will bring you before kings and queens. So I feel like I came before a king. I have to God know how to bring me, the Kim Jacobs Show, before kings and queens. And guess what? It happened right here on this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. So Diverse, I'm not even saying it lightly. I believe a lot of times people give kudos to all kinds of international celebrities. And I believe that you're an international celebrity. And God is just going to get you to that true destination in the course of time with people surrounding you like the ones that are here with you today. So I believe in you. I believe in your project. I believe in the vision that God has given you. And I'm really excited about it. So I do feel like I've come before a king. So I just want you to know that. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because people always only get to see the outcome.
Y'all about to make me cry, man. When I say, I just thank you, Kim Jacobs. You always been sweet to me. Marcus, LaTara, Myneesha. I mean, I feel like my sisters and my brothers, not just in Christ. It's just this God. I just, my whole move to North Carolina was to meet them. You just don't know why you was here, but now meeting them, I know why I'm here, because we get to, with God answer me, we get to live our dreams together.
That's good. That's
Always
good.
doing something, because I got a little thing where I was making them close their eyes and the other person lead the other person. I did that because sometimes we have to learn how to follow before we lead. And so
I love that.
I did that
We have to learn how to
exercise, and then it was a
follow
bonding,
before we
because if you
lead.
learn how to listen to somebody, yeah. So we do a lot of exercises that I've learned to do as far as a director, that most directors don't give room to that, because most people think, well, we're not working on the lines, but you're working on the character. Because if I love you and if I care for you, I'm going to show that on that stage. And when I see that you're falling down on your lines or your energy, I'm going to care for you in a way where if I just came in as an actor, I feel like, hey, bro, you're not having your lines and stuff. I might look at it a different way, where I might want to upstage you because I don't want to kill my moment. Where when we loving on each other, when we create that atmosphere to love on each other, we create that, hey, if you're not in it, I'm in it, so we in it. We never not create a moment because we having each other back. So all those exercises I did, I mean, even sitting around, I made them write down 5 things they love about themselves, 5 things they want to change, because God told me in the midst of this play, not only are you going to minister to the people that comes to it, but you have to minister to the people that's in it. Because if they're not actively seeking God, how can they build the bridge for someone to actively seek God? We have to show people in our walk, even in our craft, that even when we going through, myself, I'm going through, I'm not going to speak on everybody else, but even with myself going through, can we push through when God gave us an assignment and a mission? So this is all a testimony. This is all something that God is doing to show the world, even actors, other actors, even other directors, even other producers, that you may have something great, you may have something good, but maybe getting anointed and staying focused on God is what you're missing. Because that extra push, God is basically saying right now today, it's not that you're not great, it's not that you're not doing the right thing, but I am above all things. So if you're not putting me in the forefront, I'm not going to allow anything to succeed right now.
That's right. That's right. And I see our studio audience taking time to put comments. So I want to acknowledge Tony Perkins said, amen. The mission is for the Lord. Hallelujah. Our Father continues to use you all in a mighty way. Amen. Amen. Love you. And then on Instagram, quite a few people. I see you, GPA 4. I see you, John Church. I see you, P. Howard. I see you, Lady J. I see you, Dr. RB, Lisa T. I see all of you all, and any of your comments, just keep them coming, and I'll be happy to. Well, we're about to get ready to get off this good show. What am I talking about? So what I will tell you is, if you are an organization, we are going to be having our 10-year 5K walk in honor of my son that passed away, and I like for people to know that. Many times people don't always know that I wear this pin, and people are like, what is that pin about that she always wears? Well, it's in honor of my 12-year-old son, Gabriel Michael Jacobs, and he transitioned from this earth 10 years ago. And we have a 5K walk that's happening on October 18th, right at Northwest Cabarrus Middle School in the Charlotte, North Carolina, Concord, North Carolina area. It's free to walk. So anybody can participate in the walk, but everyone is required to register. So I'm asking you, every person that you know, church member, friend, organization, sports groups, anybody, we want the community to be out in large numbers on October 18th at 8:00 a.m. And if you want to contribute or give to Gabe's Heart, you can do that right at gabesheartfoundation.org. And here are some other ways. But please go register. It's free. But everybody's required by the city of Kannapolis to have registered so that we can get the waivers signed. We'll be walking on the track and throughout the community. So we really want it to be a nice, robust experience. And we are giving a defibrillator away on that day. So if you are an organization or your church or a school or whatever, a charter school, whatever it is, and you're looking around and you're like, I don't see nobody's defibrillator put in this building, then have that organization do a 1-minute video. And on social media, do that 1-minute video and tag at Gabe's Heart Foundation so that we can see your reason for why your organization should receive the defibrillator. Now, we're going to announce the winner at the 5K walk. You don't have to be present to be the winner because some people may apply. They may be in Africa or Ghana or wherever. So if it's international that's a winner, you will have to pay the shipping and handling. If it's a United States winner, you do not have to pay shipping and handling. But it is a portable defibrillator that talks to you and talks you through the process of how to be able to help if there's sudden cardiac arrest that happens. I want to make sure people know that, and that you take advantage of getting the opportunity to have the free defibrillator and come out and experience the walk to help us raise awareness and raise funds for even more defibrillators to be put in public spaces. All right. I think I said a lot of stuff that I'm a pastor. I didn't tell you all that. I'm a pastor. And I'm a pastor at Promise Fellowship Church, and our church is coming up on our 1-year celebration. So we have our gala happening on October 17th. The 5K walk is happening on the 18th of October. And then we have our church anniversary. And we currently have our services at the Brownstone Signature Events venue. So this is the inside of the space. And so I invite you to come and to worship with us every Sunday at 10:00 a.m. What's one sentence, and we're going to get ready to close out. What's one sentence, if you had a sentence, to sum up God Answer Me, the cast? I'm meeting with the cast right now. Well, before I ask that, because Doug, I wanted to ask one more question. How do you, in like a minute or less, LaTara, balance all of the hats that you wear? Because this show is about how you balance everything. And you have like a gazillion hats that you wear. Blue Cross Blue Shield, you 3 girls, a husband, breastfeeding, doula. How do you balance it?
The good Lord.
The good Lord. Okay.
The good Lord. But I think it is weird to have, well, it feels weird when God calls you towards certain things. And I think that's what Diverse has been speaking about. When God tells you to go and to do, you go and you do. There hasn't been anything that I have been told don't do. I have a passion for, getting back into performing and singing, and I'm doing that. I have a passion for Black maternal health, and I'm doing that. And with the help of, my husband and just God giving me those callings, it kind of just comes together in the way that it should. So I try to make sure I stay focused too, so I don't get distracted, because I do have a lot of things that is going on. So I have to stay focused and stay mindful and what God is telling me to do. So the good Lord, that's the only way.
And how do people stay connected with you, LaTara?
Yeah, so you can definitely follow me on Facebook. My name is Tara Lynn on Facebook. I think I forgot my handle on Instagram. I'm trying to get back into those things. I believe it's Queen LaTara Lynn on Instagram. Also, if you know anyone that is in need of doula services, or even looking for a midwife, I can connect them to people in the Charlotte area. My company is called T-Land Doula Services, and you can find me on Instagram under T-Land Doula Services, or on Facebook too. When you go to Tara Lynn, you'll be able to find the rest of my handles. But I'm very passionate about maternal health, because we are 4 times more likely to die, whether we have insurance. We can even be the doctor going in to have our baby, and we are 4 times more likely to not get through that process. So, anyone that's having a baby, send them my way. And I'm living and happy to be here.
Well, I'm really happy that you took the time to be here today. And doula is D-U-L-A, right?
D-O-U-L-A.
D-O-U-L-A. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure, and I have here Queen Tara, because I want to make sure people know how to stay connected with you. That's correct?
Yeah, on Facebook, yes. I'm not sure about Instagram, so don't go on that. But
okay, well, I can't change it now because I don't.
That's all right. But T-Land Doula Services, if you look it up, you'll find me.
T-Land Doula Services, y'all. Make sure you connect with her. And in one sentence, tell us what this cast really means to you.
I'm gonna go back to what Diverse said, because I also heard my pastor say that as well, is letting God be God. I'm just now getting to the point to where I'm like, okay, Lord, like I said that you wanted me to get back to this performing arts thing, and I was timid and I was fearful, and it didn't make sense to me at all. But I think being connected to these individuals that are here, it makes sense now, because it's not about me. It's about continuing my father's legacy, because this is what he loves to do. And then it's also, more importantly, reaching and inspiring individuals that need to hear my story of being a mother doing it with all those kids on her hip.
That's good.
So yeah.
Well, all right. There you have it from LaTara Lynn. And I would love for them to hear from you for one closing comment as well, Myneesha. And in one sentence as well, how do you sum up the cast and how do you balance it all?
I think I would sum up the cast is passionate performers, fulfilling purpose.
Yep. Wow.
Passionate.
Type that. Passionate performers,
fulfilling purpose.
Fulfilling. That's gonna be something right there. That's gonna be a tagline. Fulfilling. Come through. Fulfilling purpose. Mm-hmm. Come on. Okay. There you go. That came from Myneesha. We putting that under Myneesha. Go ahead. Passionate performers, fulfilling purpose. Go ahead. Tell us how you balance it all.
How I balance it all is just as LaTara said, seeking God, trying to hear from him, to put everything in order in terms of prioritizing, and his work comes first. So balancing, family, work, but more than anything, it's like I feel called to minister, and I haven't always felt that way. So I feel like now this is the time. I just been through probably the hardest I guess if you could call it like storm or whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, but the hardest phase of my life. And on the other side of it was God reminding me. And just like LaTara, I've never talked to the group about this, but I just started back in acting over maybe a 16-year hiatus in September. So
September of last year? Girl, you sound like you've been acting your whole life.
Listen, Myneesha is the GOAT. She is amazing. So that is
Myneesha.
crazy.
thanks. No, I left to take care of my kids and marriage and all of that kind of stuff. But I say on the other side of the storm that I went through, God reminded me of the gifts that He put in me, and I had to say yes. So it's funny that I even sing a song about saying yes.
But you want to say a line of it? Don't say that and then don't be willing.
I sing
Because
it.
I will put you out there under the bus.
I didn't say I was ready. Now Marcus came and just went to the darn this song. I gotta warm up. Me. No.
me. I can't even do that on key. Me. You like, girl, don't you dare think you're gonna sing nothing on nobody's show.
Not tonight. I have no voice right now, but I'm sorry. Come to November 15th. You will hear it. You will
Come through, y'all, November 15th at McGirt Auditorium. Get those tickets through the Square link that we've already put, or you can even go to the Facebook group of God Answer Me. It's a Facebook group and everything is right there as well. How do people stay connected with you, Myneesha?
I'm actually just Myneesha King on Facebook, and on Instagram, I am Queen_of4Kings. So Instagram is Queen_of4Kings, and on Facebook, real simple, just my name. It's spelled right now.
_ y'all got me over here work. Y'all okay. Queen_of4Kings.
The number 4 and Kings, yes.
All right. Okay. So that's on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all make sure y'all stay connected with Myneesha, and I'm gonna put that up there for y'all to know exactly how to do that. It's Myneesha King on Facebook and Queen_of4Kings on Instagram. And I don't want to be no matchmaker and stuff, but does anybody hook up in this? As you know, are people all married or are y'all single? What is going on around here?
I'm married.
LaTara, you gotta say it loud and quick.
I'm married.
Your husband's like, you ain't even trying to say it before the show ended. You in trouble.
I love that man. I'm married.
Hey, can tell him, sis.
All right, okay. So no coupling off.
We were staying focused on God.
Everybody focus on God.
There you go.
No, we was
The only reason I say it not because just y'all, but because sometimes people in the community may want to know and be like, okay, this one is available, this one's not. Anyway, pay me no mind. All right. Okay, let's go.
Well,
Marcus.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So let me piggyback on that. I am engaged, so I'll put that out there.
When is your marriage happening?
We don't have a date yet,
but it's gonna happen.
We're taking our time. Taking our time.
I'm sure she's happy and you're happy. And that's a blessing.
Thank you. The what I would say about the cast, I'd say we're a group of believers that are focused on giving our gifts back. And I really think we take that, I feel like we take that seriously. We're not braggadocious or boastful. We want people to know about the production and we want people to witness it. But we want them to witness it, and we want them to witness the God in us. You know, we want them to see
that what?
Faithful believers that are giving our gifts back to God, using our gifts to give them back to God. You know, the Bible says that if we take delight in the Lord, He'll give us the desires of our heart. And a lot of us want to. This is our passion, and this is what we love to do. So in doing so, He's been blessing us along the way. It's more the more dedicated we are, the more obedient we are, the more He's blessing us within this production and individually. I'm overjoyed and blessed to be in this community overall, to be in this production, in particular. I'm overjoyed and just elated. It's such a privilege.
I can tell. And how do people stay connected with you, Marcus?
I'm Marcus Scott on Facebook, and on Instagram I am Marcus.T.Scott. Marcus.T.Scott. Okay, on Instagram. All right. Yes. So listen, y'all, you're going to be able to meet they are able to be touched, and they're able to be they come out and they talk to you and greet you. I may not be saying the right words, but they are approachable
whenever you come to their performance. I love that about this cast as well. So make sure you all stay connected with Marcus Scott, and it's at Marcus Scott on Facebook, and on Instagram it's marcus.t.scott. All right, Marcus. And then who else? Diverse. Tell everybody as you close us out here.
Well, I just want to say thank you again for being on the show. I'm going to try to see. My one sentence is about the cast is that we are serious about what we do. We're alert about what we need to do and the things that's around us that's trying to distract us, and we're disciplined. And I'm gonna end off like I always end off. We're gonna always stay focused on God.
We're gonna always stay focused. We are going to always stay focused on God. That's beautiful. Focused on God.
That's it. That's it.
If we do that, we're gonna be all right. You can't go wrong, right? If we all just stay focused on God, we can't go wrong. And Myneesha is Myneesha King. That's the correct spelling. Myneesha King. Make sure everybody make note of that. I think we talked about everything we could talk about on this show today.
Yeah.
And I really hope people will come and support this and wonderful production. Any closing comment? Anything else you want to say, Diverse?
Yes. So for everybody that's trying to just follow me and all that, all I ask is you just find that God Answer Me page. I'm trying to make this one page. Don't matter what city you in, get into that page. It will let you know what city we coming to. It's going to show you some reels and everything. So I'm trying to build up that page. So if anybody, I'm not even giving out my Instagrams or nothing. If you want to find me, you want to speak to me, go to God Answer Me page. And if you want to be sponsors in any way, we are looking for local venues in Rock Hill. If you want to get yourself in our playbill, we're taking sponsorships where we can add you to the playbill. Also, we asking for any pastors, any deacons, any intercessors to please come out. We adding to the show at the end of the show that we're going to have pastors and stuff alongside the stage where anybody want to give their life to Christ, they have the opportunity to do so. If anybody want to be resaved, they have the opportunity to do so. Or if they need a church home, we will have the people in the building to be able to do so. So I just want you guys to know that and know that I will be personally in Rock Hill every weekend. So you're going to be seeing me out here passing out flyers and doing what I need to do. But I just want to say thank you guys, and let's do this thing.
Wow. I don't think we could have been any more blessed than even just tonight, hearing from each of you all after work and after all of the hats that you wear, to still come and bless our studio audience with your presence was tremendously appreciated and valued. Any of you all that are Christian business owners, I want you to know that on Wednesday, October 1st, we have our Walk by Faith Network. Faith and Finances is a lot of business entrepreneurs that'll come out, and we get a chance to share ideas with each other, support each other's businesses. You can just reach out to me if you're interested in that. And the only way that this show comes on, and late in the evening hours too, is by contributions from community members like yourselves. So please make sure that you all take a moment to just give some level of contribution. I'm not talking to the cast, I'm talking to the studio audience members. Please, if you would. People often ask, how do we go about supporting this program, which comes on Monday through Friday, weekdays? And this is how you can do it. It allows us to keep all of the subscriptions. So just give us a try and be able to support our program and partner with us and allow the Kim Jacobs Show to continue to be in your household and bring balance to your household. And we get to do that through Roku TV now as well, Fire TV, Android, and so many other different platforms, thanks to CTR Media Network. And thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey, for allowing us to be a part of the CTR Media Network family. All right, everybody, that is our episode for today. Was there anybody, all minds clear? Pastor over there, Pastor Marcus Scott, you want to close us out?
Thank you so much.
Thank you all, y'all. Oh, and this was your new logo too. I wanted to put that up. Diverse Nation Production.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know you want that up
Thank
there
you.
for sure. All right, everybody. That's today's episode
Yeah.
of the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you for tuning in at this special time and to be able to learn more about God Answer Me, stage play written by Clinton Maul, Diverse Maul, November 15th, McGirt Auditorium. Tickets and everything are available right on the Facebook page, God Answer Me Facebook page. Thank you all for blessing me with your presence today. Y'all are an amazing group of individuals and a loving family, clearly. All right.
Thank you.
God bless you all, everybody, and
Bye.
have a great
Yes,
rest of your
yes,
day. I'll
yes.
see you again tomorrow on the Kim Jacobs Show. All right. We're going to close out. Here's some music. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.